Hello, everyone, and my microphone is working this time for this recording. Welcome to episode 10 of Lords of Sin, presented by Go Buff Yourself and Thousand Faces TTRPG. My name is Ethan. As always, I'm your dungeon master through this horrifying story that we are telling together, and I am joined by 6 incredible players, performers, storytellers, people I am fortunate enough to call friends, and even more fortunate to have been able to convince to take time away from very important busy schedules to tell this horrifying story. Let's go around and say hi to them. Playing Jaeger, we have Aaron.
Hello.
Kalista is played by Matty.
Hello.
Lorwryn, played by TheMalloMan.
Good evening.
Mav is playing Korrin.
I'm a black man.
You are. For all of you listening.
Oh my fucking god.
Danny, you are.
When did that happen?
When?
Danny is playing Valkerie.
I am not a black man.
For all of you listening, just so you know, that is also that's fair. And Cory will be playing, as always, Shin. Yep, that's all we get from Cory tonight.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.
It's been real.
I couldn't. They all got stuck. I was like, I'm a black man. I get off.
Yeah, there's always all the options.
Tropic Thunder in the pre-show, so you know.
Yeah, this seems a natural progression.
They all got so many, many ideas.
I'm a dude playing a woman dressed up as another woman.
Actually, probably what will be happening.
I'm a woman playing another woman that
sometimes
turns into a spider woman.
Just a few announcements before we jump into tonight's session 10. First and foremost, this is a very, very dark game. 18 plus, and even then is containing uncomfortable elements. Please check the episode descriptions. There are general content warnings for Lords of Sin as a campaign as a whole, and for some episodes, almost certainly including this one, there are specific content warnings, and whenever I can, timestamps are included. So please take a look at that, skip sections if you have to, take a pause, come back to it. That's always allowed. You can listen to past episodes of Lords of Sin at this point, up to episode 6 as of this recording, on Go Buff Yourself. You can listen to that on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, pretty much anywhere you get podcasts. There's also Wild Beyond, City of the Crimson Tower, Mothership on there, and so many other things for you to listen to, a number of them featuring these incredibly talented performers. So if you enjoy what you hear here and want a slightly different vibe, please check those out. I think those are my announcements. So I think we can go ahead and run that intro video and dive in to episode 10 of Lords of Sin.
Ivor is burning, and you've got front row seats.
We have provided you with the signs and portents for you to prepare for our coming.
Devil, not demon. Devils are worse.
If I die today, I die well next to you.
If you can be made, then you can be unmade.
Zariel has a bit of a temper.
I will destroy you.
Devils have knocked at our door. It is time we knock back.
We don't die today.
Wrath is the whetstone that sharpens the blade of your purpose to a razor's edge. I claim what was the Moon Maiden's as mine now. Ah, mortals! Desperate, loud, flailing. You care for this one, don't you? There is not one of you too pure to fall. Oh, you are brave. They all were. Your end comes in 7 days. truly your only hope of survival is servitude, perhaps you'll find shelter beneath the boot of your chosen master. Kneel, serve, and find sanctuary.
Thousands of stars, and the widest stretch of mountainscape anyone could ever ask for. A perfectly clear night, at least overhead, with so many of the clouds lingering below the elven city of Thaval-Ahim, built on the highest peak of the Belt of the World, Lower Terrace, called by Windwardians Lonely Father Peak. But there are 6 stars that seem to watch the goings-on here in Thaval-Ahim with increased interest. And underneath those watchful stars, Shin is being hauled to jail. Escorted by 3 members of the Skywatch. Excuse me, let me make sure that I have that title correct. It's been a second. I have to get this. Give me 2 seconds.
Today's commercial break is brought to you.
There we go. I just had to make sure I had my names right. I was right. Shin is being escorted to the prison of the Pinnacle Court by 3 members of the Skywatch. The one who directly apprehended you, and 2 more who were just a few seconds behind. You have been walked from where you were apprehended in the Lower Terrace across several of the floating enchanted bridges that connect the different floating mountain spurs, and have arrived on the main old part of Thaval-Ahim that is built directly onto the peak of Lower Terrace. The Pinnacle Court is an expanse of buildings. Clusters of stone, glass, and mithril lace structures that have been carved into the mountain rock. The bottom portions smoothed and refined, the top portions retaining the natural shape of the stone, though even there decorated with mithril to catch starlight and sunlight. It is somehow both grand and almost humble simultaneously. But you are led inward and downward.
You know, you have such a beautiful sky in this city. You look up and you see the clearest sky. Thousands upon millions of stars. But you know what lies between stars? The darkest dark.
As you are led into the Pinnacle Court, you pass a mirror. And as you just glance that direction, you see yourself being led by these 3 members of the Skywatch, but you see someone else walking next to you. A familiar-looking, bald celestial. Beautiful. And you hear his voice in your mind. Once again, Shin. Offer still stands. Seems you've gotten yourself into a bit of trouble, Shin of the Skyfist. I can help, if you help me.
My butthole itches. Are you willing to scratch it?
one of the Skywatch who was walking with you as you just say this slightly under your breath. No.
Oh, that question wasn't meant for you. It's for my imaginary friend, my very hot imaginary friend. And Shin just sort of stares at him with this like goofy ass grin on his face, like.
I admire someone who sees the right in what they are doing, even when all of those around you say otherwise.
That's the beauty of it all, isn't it? There really isn't a right or a wrong. That's all decided in conceptions and, perceptions of mortals. There really isn't a right or a wrong. There just is what hurts and what does not hurt. And, how proud are you of this superiority?
This?
Are you really?
Oh, Shin, this. This is an appetizer.
And that there is the problem, isn't it? It's always an appetizer. Always some greater gain, some bigger goal. That's the trap of pride, isn't it? There is no end. There is no success. And why would I want to stare into that infinite abyss? What do I have there? Because at the end of the day, if there is no end, then there is nothing at all.
If I could applaud in this state, I would. A fine speaker. I respect a good orator, but you, Shin, you have already given the reason why you should join me.
What is that?
You said there was no right and wrong, just that which causes pain and that which does not. There are two paths in front of you. One will result in far more pain for far more people. The other will spare that suffering. And you called me proud. But how proud would you have to be to choose the path that leads to more suffering, just so you feel good at the end of the day?
I must admit, there is wisdom in what you say.
I know. That's why I say it. Your time is running thin, Shin of the Sky Fist. 7 days become 6 and quickly move to 5. Don't delay long. You have been led down stone steps. It's dark in here. Not pitch, there are magical lamps that have been lighting your way, and as you are led down, they ding, 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 blink on ahead of you and blink off once you've walked far enough away.
Am I handcuffed or shackled?
They certainly would have tried. Would you have let them shackle you?
I would have, but with a trick.
Okay, tell me.
So, Shin, being a monk, is very in control of his body. So what he would have done is he would have forced blood and power, mainly blood, and into his wrists to expand them. And then as we've been walking, he's just letting it flow back into his body so that it is loose without drawing attention to it.
As you walk down this path and are led down and down and down, it grows hotter. Much hotter. By the time you've descended, it's about 85 degrees Fahrenheit for all of those who... Clearly not 85 degrees Celsius. We'd be having a very different conversation about your state of being.
I'm dead.
But you are led to the path that you are led down passes by a honeycomb of natural caverns that have, as far as you can tell, no bars on them. But there are a number of people currently back in those small caverns, filthy, sleeping, most of them, as you pass by. Once you get to this section, one of the guards pulls a mote of light into his hand and uses that to guide. Eventually, you are led to a unoccupied, small, about 4.5 foot tall, maybe 5 feet high cavern. It only goes back about 8 feet, small, and one of the guards holds up grabs his necklace, and there is a faint pulse at the mouth of this cavern. And after it fades, one of the guards, "In here."
Okay. Goes in.
As you are stepping in, one of the guards grabs your bag off of your shoulder and starts to pull it off.
Immediately parried. As soon as the hand goes for it, what the guard notices is that his hand is no longer in the shackle, and parries it, and then so he grabs the thumb, twists it around, and pulls it up.
As you do that, the other two guards, shh, the sound of blades unsheathing. "Don't resist. We need your bags and your weapons before you are placed in your cell. It will be kept safely for you until you can have your hearing in front of the High Adjudicator." As you laugh, Shin, it almost drowns out the voice in your head, but not quite, as you hear, "Yes, don't let them take from you what is yours."
Quiet you. I have to concentrate. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at your very official job. Your very official, entitled job where you force yourself upon those you see as your lessers. But I will willingly get in your cell. I will stay in my cell and whatever makes you feel big and mighty. But you're not taking my bag. You're not taking my tea. And if you need to take my weapons, then you have to take these.
You may have your
shows
tea
in his hands
from your bag, but the bag must go into custody.
No, I refuse, politely.
One of the guards, who you have not grabbed, takes the butt of his sword and goes to strike you across the back of the head, and as Shin blocks it, we cut away from that scene. And we return to Kalista's childhood home, where all of the rest of you, Valkerie, Jaeger, Korrin, Lorwryn, and Kalista, currently are. When we last left, if memory serves, you all knew about Shin's arrest and were trying to decide what to do about it. The scene is...
All right, it's not our fault that he got captured. Okay, first off, don't look at us like that.
I did my best acting I could. I was an old lady. I really tried. I do not feel as if it was on me. I feel like that was award worthy, truly.
Cory just kind of looks at Val. She did a good job. All right, she did a wonderful job of being an old lady who looks.
Thank you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You all would have been proud of her. Yep.
And yet I'm still disappointed.
In Shin!
When are you ever happy?
I am not disappointed in Shin. You know Shin. Korrin, I am disappointed in you most of all. You know Shin best out of all of us. You
Val's
should know
eyes
his
are
antics.
wide.
Also, I'm sorry about the fucking glare. I don't know why it's so bad. Okay.
Okay, I have my hater blockers on. I can't see any of that. What's going on right now? It's fine.
Okay, I'll see myself out. Korrin, you should have just dragged him away. You knew what would happen. You knew he would step up and try to help the little guy like he always does. You may speak if you wish.
First off, little girl, I will wreck this entire house. Understand that. Just because it's your family home, you grew up with no money, I respect you for that because you know you're a self-made woman. I actually really appreciate that. I get the little bit more respect for you, all right? But listen, child. We just have to figure out how to get him out. Simple as that. This is your hometown. You must know where the jails are. We can just go bail him out. Use your elven wilds or whatever pull your name has here, and just get him out. Breaks a chair. There you go.
Just glances over this already completely wrecked, weathered ass house and just shrugs. I'm not sure what you achieved there, to be honest, Korrin.
Woman of my word.
I think we should just
your
go
word
get
was wiser.
She did throw a house at somebody in the last fight we had, so it happens. But is it? Kalista, how bad are the jails here?
It really depends how terrible a criminal he is deemed. But for the most part, they're pretty standard jails. A bunch of smelly and destitute people shoved in a cell. Those that are awful heinous, get hung from below the city.
Interesting.
Look,
yes, Val. You have something to say?
I just think that we should split off into either two groups and attack to try to rescue him from this prison cell. Just seems like maybe we could go in a two-pronged...
Okay, because splitting off in two groups worked so well last time.
I just don't know how sneaky we can be in all of us I mean, Jaeger is a metal man.
I can be very sneaky.
I don't think you know what the word sneaky means. I love you, but still.
I can be
like
very
tilts.
sneaky.
Like blink, blink, slow blink.
No doubt. In Jaeger's ability to kill someone.
I don't know if killing people in a city that is clearly under authoritarian rule is going to be the thing that is going to get us enamored with the people.
If you kill the right person, then you get enamored with the people.
If we wish to join Shin in a jail cell, we can just go on a rampage and kill everyone, and then suddenly we'll all be together. Great plan. Solid. Love it.
Ain't no chains can fucking hold me.
So badly want to cast chains. It'd be like, and you do what? Mine held Zariel. Don't fuck with me right now.
Hey, I mean, Korrin did just, get broken out of, feeble mind, so she's been through it.
We're not having PvP this episode, damn it.
This is not the PvP episode. That was 2 ago.
That's for hate sex later.
Right.
Jesus.
I'm a married woman.
Oh, I wasn't talking about you.
We did not say with who.
Hot.
Lust cannot get here soon enough. That's how the campaign ends. Lust doesn't even break the world. You all just get way too distracted to do anything about it.
Lust shows up and we're already in the midst of it. And it's like, guys,
this was my thing.
Like this is what I was supposed to do, guys. You there, shut the fuck up.
We're busy.
Never show up late to the orgy.
First scene for the outtakes for episode 10. I love it. They have been amazing. I've been compiling them for every new episode. They're all great.
As much as I would love to bust in the cowboy style and try to take our friend out, I think that a little bit of politicking here would actually be better. As much as we could do. The chance of us all ending up in a cell is probably slim to none, because let's be honest, I'm going to run like a beach. They're not going to catch me. I teleported us here from fucking Highgale. Do you think they're going to stop me from teleporting back to Highgale? Hell no. But perhaps maybe we don't piss off everybody in the city.
I have to agree. I think diplomacy might be better than sneaking. But diplomacy will have to wait till the morning.
I tend to agree. Whatever is happening here, it is not... We are not dealing with wrath. We are not dealing with people out of their minds where sword and shield is the best option. We are dealing with hearts and minds. Clearly affected hearts and minds. But we are going to have to fight that battle. Which a 20-foot tall lizard woman that looks like Gojira is not going to help us all the time there.
Time is not necessarily on our side, though. If they discover what is in Shin's bag, I mean, what would Wrath be if she had another crown?
Depends on whose crown it is and where it's at.
I thought we knew this. Balzavar? Balzaval? We thought Balzaval was going to be envy, the sin of envy, or the sin of pride.
It's the sin of pride.
Pride with wrath? Doesn't seem like a good mixture.
Pride hated wrath. Pride hates all of them. Asmodeus the most.
But pride
because
hate artifact.
Pride can't use artifact. Pride has his own crown.
If we want to do diplomacy, I think we can. I don't know if it's my strong suit, I'll be honest. That's okay.
No, you're wonderful at it.
And you just hear your mentor's voice in your head, Rangel from episode 1. Practice, Val. Practice.
Maybe this will be a good time to brush up on those skills.
No, not.
You know what? You know what?
Cory's over there like, please don't have my life be the practice session.
Don't send in the first time lawyer.
We're now my cousin Vinny this.
You didn't even pass the bar.
6 times.
I feel that me and Korrin can execute this as well.
Okay. I'm all for learning and practice, and I can't even fucking say this with a straight face. You are not going to be our face of diplomacy. I am sorry. I love you, Val. And Korrin, as much as I appreciate you, I don't think this is in your skill sets.
First of all, I have very great customer service. Let you know that. I deal with people on a regular basis, all shapes and sizes. I can't talk my way out of places.
Do you deal with people that hold a knife over your friend's throat? Or do you sell them soup? Because there are two very different things.
I've done both.
This is going to go well.
Is there a way we can ask Shin? Like, can we send a spell to him? A bird?
Well,
a letter?
You all have 2 wizards in your company who might have a spell that would allow communication. If any of you do,
I
then...
have sending. If we wanted to, if we want to reach out to them, I can do it.
It just might seem a little ridiculous if we go in there looking for Shin and Shin is not in there because Shin does what Shin does.
He has a point.
Question.
Yes?
What's the odds that, the jail cells block out magic?
Oh.
It is possible.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, Dragon Lady's got a real fucking brain.
I did not say you did not have another brain.
That wasn't you, sweetheart.
I'm taking this too personally right now, Korrin. Perhaps you need to step back.
I just say this is not time to throw building at people. There will be time to throw building at... Trust me, we will have to kill or somehow defeat the devil, so you can throw a building at that point all you want.
You throw a building one time, all of a sudden you're Korrin the building thrower.
It is a feature, not a bug. It is a feature of 25-foot giant, like, lizard woman. Of course I want that. I paid extra for that subscription.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I'm a little bit more than just, big muscles, swingy swangy axe.
Well, if you didn't lead with your swingy axe, I would believe that.
Korrin, could you do me a favor? Could you roll me a charisma saving throw, please?
What happened or happening?
Make it public, please, if you don't mind.
$14.
How?
With a +5.
Ooh. So that's a 19.
19.
How dare anyone question your capabilities? You are Korrin, Fenfire Ironhand. They don't understand who they're dealing with.
Like I said, I could do more things than just yeet a building or swing my axe.
Wonderful. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Try calling him.
If you wouldn't mind, love. Send him a message.
I'll cast Sending.
You got 25 words.
Shin. It is Lorwryn. Where did they take you? Are you safe? Is the bag safe?
Full message?
Please write back.
Please write back. Shin, you hear this in your head. How do you respond?
So narratively speaking, can a monk block a spell?
What
that goes into his mind?
Potentially. Sending isn't one that usually has an associated saving throw, but you have stillness of mind, you have great control over your mind. I suppose if you wanted to try to shut out that influence, you certainly could.
So I'm gonna do something for flavor text. I want to do something, and if you want to cut it out, so I'm gonna give a hard pause. I'm gonna do something, and then I'll hard pause after it. If you don't like it, you can edit it out.
Come on, let's go. Let's friggin' deal with it. Let's do it.
Okay. So Lorwryn, something strange happens with this sending. In your mind, you feel it ricochet off of you. That shouldn't be possible. But in Shin, what you hear back is just chaos. Like you're hearing noise, like you're catching flashes of things, like hearing flashes of echoes of things that are happening like it's down a cave tunnel. And it's like, you bitch, like, get off me. And then like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. You can just you're just hearing chaotic noise, but the sending you send bounced off of you. Like it bounced off of where you were sending it and ricocheted back at you. And then in that gave you the echoes of all these different things, but it's not intelligible. It's like you're hearing it down a cave. But all you can tell from all of it is that there is a lot of fighting happening.
2 luck points to you, Shin.
Do I need to roll perception, or am I just getting this?
I
get it?
You are an incredibly intelligent individual, incredibly experienced individual. No roll necessary, especially with things like go sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
You see her open her eyes back up, and she looks over at Kalista, and she just kind of like rolls her eyes a little bit, and she goes, "The idiot is fighting the guards. He's trying to put them all to sleep right now. And by that, I mean, I think he's trying to choke them all out."
Okay. Should we check in on him in a minute? If he's on... if he's on the winning side, or...
It's probably not a bad idea. We'll see if he gets... I can cast it a few more times today before we sleep. We can try to figure out where he's at. Lord knows if he gets... He doesn't even know how to get back here if he escapes. He's gonna have to lay low somewhere and hope that we can find him in the morning. And that they don't have a wanted poster out for him.
What does the prison look like? Paint me a picture.
I don't have a picture. I have. It's like. It is like music. I speak things and then I hear things back. And what I heard back was a lot of fighting and a lot of Shin going, "You bitch, you bastard, fuck you, blah 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 blah. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep." Which usually means he's having either a bar fight or he's trying to break out of jail.
It sounds like we should go and save him.
Okay, that
Diplomacy
sounds
is
foolish.
failing at the moment.
As you all continue to now debate what to do, we cut back to Shin. Shin, it's about 60 seconds after you would have received, or did receive, that sending, but perhaps didn't even realize that you did, or just weren't open to it at that moment. You have... Those 3 who guarded you were not the only individuals here. Those were the 3 members of the Skywatch. There were then a number of adjudicators. The law enforcement that works on the ground and ranks over the Skywatch. You have knocked unconscious, I rolled for it, about 18. We cut back to you at the moment that you are finishing the final 2 standing here off. How do you do it?
Like, so he has 2 of them. He has 2 each in a headlock, and it's like, all right, I just need you to make this easy. There's been like 18 of you guys, and I'm exhausted. And they're not going to sleep fast enough, so he just slams their heads into each other, and then like they both slump. The bodies go limp, and it's like, I hope that was the right and appropriate amount of force that does not cause permanent brain injury. And like lets them slump to the ground. All right, where's that? Oh, there you are. And he finds the one that did the thing with the necklace and pulls it off him.
As you grab the necklace off of him, you hear the sound of many armored individuals as they head down the hall. And when I say many, I mean about 20.
Oh, fucking hell.
But as they approach and you see them, the one leading them, she holds up a hand. She is dressed in incredible armored regalia. A helmet that is almost shaped to resemble wings off of the side, fur mantle, gleaming mithril armor. And she holds up a gauntleted hand. And the individuals behind her, weapons still obviously drawn, stop, though hers is not. Her greatsword remains on her back. And they stop, and she walks forward towards you, stepping over the unconscious forms of a few adjudicators.
He holds his finger up.
1 second. Give me just 1 second. You ever get that cramp in the side where like it really hurts and you obviously haven't breathed? Yeah, just give me 1 second. Okay. All right.
And she does. She stops and gives you the time that you need. The entire time, though, with observant eyes, she looks around and then watches you and waits for you to be done working out your cramp and catching your breath.
And then, like, he looks around. He finds a particularly thick adjudicator and, like, sits down on his back. And you don't see how he does it. You have no idea. He, in front of him, he has propped up one of the other adjudicators. Like, he does this so fast. To her eyes, she didn't even see the movement. But he is now sitting on a rather large adjudicator and has made a little tea table with another adjudicator and is setting out two tea cups, and he is heating a tea kettle with one hand and pouring tea into each.
Please, Have a seat. If you're willing, I don't know. I don't know if you could even sit in that beautiful gleaming armor, which, by the way, is magnificent.
I would be more willing if you were not currently using one of my adjudicators as a table and another as a chair. I'll take the tea, though.
And he, hands the tea to him, and then sits cross-legged in front of the large adjudicator, still kind of leaning on him, but not sitting on him, and then just flattens out the other adjudicator into not a table anymore.
I figured if they were going to be here, they might as well be of some use.
She takes the cup of tea that you poured her, sniffs it, knocks it back in one swallow, and hands the cup back to you.
That seems a waste. That was a very expensive tea. It's 5,000 years old. Something to be enjoyed. I'll pour you another good cup. I don't think you got the full effect of it.
And hands her another teacup.
What is your name?
My name is Shin.
Shin. I'm Lilitar of the First Terrace, High Adjudicator of the Pinnacle Court in Thaval-Ahim.
That is a beautiful name and an impressive set of titles.
Your work down here is equally impressive. In different scenarios. Looks at you. Very different scenarios. I might try to recruit you.
I apologize.
However, we have a problem. You have broken numerous laws today.
Have I?
Assaulting Thaval-Ahim's adjudicators? Resisting arrest? I'm sure that were I to...
Actually, hold on. Sorry. I'm going to refute that one. Was not actually a resisting arrest. I was here, willing to get in that cell.
Then what happened here?
They wanted my bag.
And you then?
Did not give them my bag.
You resisted.
Depends on your definition of resisted. I was willing to get in the cell.
It fits my definition. And that's the only definition you need concern yourself with at this moment.
I disagree.
Feel free. It won't save you.
Aye.
Now, the law is very clear. You, looks at you again, are clearly a foreigner to our city. So I will inform you. The consequences for what you have done, to raise a hand against the adjudicators, results in the taking of that hand. I would let you choose which hand, or looks you up and down, or feet. If this option is unappealing to you, there is a second. Do you wish to hear it?
Sure.
As a foreigner to our lands, and as a lawbreaker, well, these are treacherous times. Breaking of laws so flagrantly cannot be tolerated, and an example needs to be made. You may be that example, and you can wear your hand or foot around your neck as a warning to all to know what happens when you cross the adjudicators of Thaval-Ahim and the laws of this city. That is option 1. Option 2, someone else can be made an example of from the Lower Terrace in your place. They would not simply lose a hand, however, or a foot. Choice is yours. Make your choice, and I shall even permit you to maintain control over your precious bag so long as you remain under watch the entire time. That is, after you've made your choice as to which punishment you wish. Choose.
Adjudicator. High adjudicator.
Your next words very much need to be which of those two options you choose. I am not here for conversation, despite my pleasant demeanor. This is not a negotiation. This is a choice. And the next words out of your mouth should be option 1.
I punch her in the face. I activate Boots of Speed, and I falcon punch her in the face.
Okay.
And then,
roll to
after
hit.
that...
A-gap. All guards are bastards. Fuck that. This is the most, what is it, Castlevania thing ever. Oh, it's a Belmont. Yeah, you hit like a Belmont.
26.
I kind of want this to be like, as Shin is doing this particular thing, it's another sending message from Lorwryn that's like, Shin.
I mean, this is a perfect time for it. This is a perfect time for it. You said you would check back in if you want to.
Yeah,
now
that's
is
what
a
I
good
was
time.
thinking. Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's sending to it. It's like, but it's not fast enough before Shin makes this action. So it's just hearing Shin, try not to cause too much trouble. We will break you out in the morning, kind of thing. Just
And all
as
you
he's
heard
in the
back.
middle of.
Actually, you get a response this time, because Shin, being a controlled monk, is able to split his focus ever so slightly, and you get back one thing, and one thing only. And 1 second. I stare towards the end, head held high, knowing I will not compromise nor bow to any injustice done with the laws of mortal men.
Could you roll me damage, Shin?
Yeah, so that's going to be... Wait, is that right? Yeah, so that's going to be 8 damage, and I'm going to Stunning Strike.
Okay.
Obviously on top of that.
She makes her save with a 17 on the die. You punch her directly in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And her nose bleeds slightly. And she smiles at you. Thank you, Shin. Made my life much easier. And she teleports behind her troops. Make sure that...
You did hear that I activated Boots of Speed beforehand, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Last offer, Shin. Make your choice. The punishment for assaulting the High Adjudicator will be much more severe, and if you do not take the punishment, others will. Allow me to assure you that as of right now, you can kill me. Word of your actions have already been delivered to those who need to know. Should I not leave here, or should you not make a choice, how does 100 sound to you? Too few? Still not getting the message? And you hear in your head at the same time, one of your paths will lead to less suffering, and one to more. How proud will you be?
Alex, and you hear Shin. One second.
Take your time.
You know,
You know, and like inside Shin, because if there was one sin that Shin struggles with the most, it's wrath. A sin cannot affect anyone that doesn't already have it there.
Why do you think I chose you?
Give me the power to kill and torment everyone here. Can you do that?
Of course I can. What will you give me?
What do you want?
To rule. For you to aid and serve. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, Shin.
Deal. Give me the power to exact justice on this God-forsaken city.
Give me your loyalty and your life, and you shall have it.
I don't do deals without guarantees. You will show me what you're capable of, or we have no deal at all.
When you cross the threshold of this prison unharmed, our deal is sealed. Agree?
No. You heard what my terms were. I want everyone.
Nothing for nothing,
that high
Shin. Nothing for nothing. You want guarantees, so do I.
Mm-hmm. This is the price of a bargain, then.
What conditions need meeting? As all of this happens in a split second. Name your terms.
I want her. I want the power to not just kill her, to make her suffer. I want the power to kill every single adjudicator in this room.
Before I say my next words, I want to speak as a DM. And I want to make sure you know the wording and the consequences of this contract. Should you accept, Shin will at minimum lose a heavy amount of autonomy. At maximum, will become an NPC. It might be anywhere between there.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
It's a
I'm
big
so
choice. It's a big choice.
You guys, why couldn't you come rescue me? Why'd you have to fucking debate it?
Pinky's out going, why'd you get arrested in the first damn place?
As your mind starts wandering back to your friends and the fact, why am I in this situation? Why aren't they here? Don't think of them. They can't help you anymore. I can. I love that I see Danny is shouting something to herself, but I can't even hear what it is.
I'm saying things.
I'm a fool. Look at you, you're good. You almost got me. I'm gonna face my death. I'll be damned if I let you get the crown. And Shin looks as a peace falls over his face. I am reckless. Am I not, Kalista? But I stand by that I refused to watch injustice and stand by. Today I will die, not compromising that at least. I may not have been able to control my anger. I may not have been able to be the balance and the monk I should have been. But I will die with my head held high, fighting for those who can't.
And with that, he releases a breath of the dragon in a 90-foot cone in front of him, and continues to fire every single one off while they're charging him. And he is going to, because he's probably going to die, he's already used Boots of Speed, Step of the Wind, and Wings Unfurled to jump and fly over them, casting Breath of the Dragon, and he is going to attack the High Adjudicator, and Shin is going to do his best to kill the High Adjudicator.
As you use all of these at your disposal, and I just want to make sure I understand, you are here fighting about 20 individuals, and your goal is to fight to their death or yours?
Whoever comes first.
Okay.
Whoever's comes first.
Okay. Could you roll me initiative, please? Actually, no need. You don't need initiative. It's you and them. There's no need for that. No need for that. So, as we see Shin flying, wall running, and starting breathing lightning across these adjudicators, the lightning arcing from their armor to one another, and as we see him come down on the High Adjudicator, we cut back to Kalista's home. Let's go ahead and take a break. I think this is a good time. We return to Kalista's home, where the five of you are still trying to figure out what to do. Lorwryn, you just attempted to speak with Shin again, and you got that strange response from him. It's pretty much right after you got that response that we cut back to you.
What did he say?
I will paraphrase, but Shin said that today is a good day to die.
He's gonna get himself killed right now. And
Probably.
You're gonna... I literally run out of the house. Like, Val... You see Val take off running.
Kalista will follow. Jaeger, come.
Follows after.
You know, he lasted longer than I thought he would. And
Lorwryn just has her eyes shut the entire time while everybody's running back out. Go ahead, Korrin.
Look there. Oh, you're doing your magic thing. Okay, well, it's time for a jailbreak, so let's go.
They all run out, and I'm going to send one last message to Shin. She's going to have her eyes closed the entire time to do it and stuff like that, but with everybody else out of the room at this point, she just kind of whispers, "Give them hell."
As you all leave here and have to make your way towards the main... Oh, Kalista.
The second Kalista steps out the door, she's going to cast Hold Person on Valkerie, and she's going to turn to Jaeger. Stop, Korrin.
Okay.
If we go running in there right now, we will all join him in death or worse.
Valkerie.
I am going to need a save from Valkerie.
Mm-hmm. I need a wisdom saving throw from you, Valkerie.
Saving throws.
And Jaeger, are you going to hold Korrin or not?
He's going to
17?
turn around and wait at the door.
It is I think it's an 18. 1 second.
It's a 19, your DC.
19.
Ooh.
So you are held.
Yep.
You stop.
And
we have not finished our discussion.
Can I talk still?
Not come up with a plan.
You're a bitch. You discuss everything until it's dead and gone. And that's what old age gets you. Because everything is your fucking way. When he dies, it's on you.
When he dies, it is on you. And Korrin and him. It is on him. For being the bigger man. For helping those that are helpless.
Yeah, when have you ever done that?
We are not discussing me right now. We are figuring out a way that we can save Shin. That isn't run through these streets, get caught, arrested, and maybe just hung. Have you thought of
running
that?
with this? I didn't realize running was illegal here.
Being us is illegal here.
Not being us. And I look at her ears when I say that. And don't act like we don't have privilege here. At least use it for something good.
Then I will. I will go there and I will get him out. But we will not do this recklessly. We will not run in there with our axes swinging. She's going to look to Korrin. And get ourselves in more trouble than what's good. If I can walk up to that door, then I will walk up to that door and I will do it right now. I will fly there. I can get there quickly. But we need to be smart about this. Okay? She's gonna drop Hold Person.
Korrin's just been looking at Jaeger in the eyes the entire time.
Jaeger's just been looking back. But he also turns and looks at what's happening behind him.
Lorwryn, will you accompany me on a Nighttime stroll?
She opens her eyes back up. Yes. Let us go.
Korrin moves out the way to let Korrin go through.
She stops and looks at Korrin and has to look up. Because I believe Korrin's very tall still to begin with, right? And she
I'm a
goes,
big bitch.
I will do my best to bring him back. And if we do not come back by midday tomorrow, then perhaps we have suffered the same fate. And she turns to walk out.
Kalista will turn to Korrin as well. I'm sorry. And she's just gonna walk away.
The wizards get to do whatever the fuck they want. And then
Jaeger?
she leaves. Like, she goes off into the night, and you don't see because she can do that.
And you just wait long enough for us to, like,
Yeah.
be farther away. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Jaeger was about to step towards Valkerie and, like, put a hand out, but then she disappears. And just, like, hangs his head and looks back at Korrin.
Come on in, Jaeger. Yes. And just walk inside.
Have a character moment.
I'm gonna cast haste on us as well as we're walking.
Heck yeah.
We going fast.
What does that put the walking speed up to? Or does it just double the walking speed and stuff like that?
Doubles it.
Okay.
We see Kalista and Lorwryn moving away and then moving away quickly, hustling through the lower terrace. We see Jaeger and Korrin head back inside, the door shut behind them, and Valkerie take off on her own into the night. Shin. Could you please, because you were focusing your attacks on the High Adjudicator, could I get your attack rolls, please?
How many do I get?
It's your full turn.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this thing. That is a 30
hit
for the first one. And that is going to be I'm going to hold on. I need to get into my limited use. Where are you at? There you go. I've already used 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's going to be 4. Stunning strike into the dump a stunning strike into it.
18 on the die.
That save?
Yes, I believe your.
Okay.
You tell me, but last I knew, your save DC was 16. It is now 17. Since you leveled, it's now 17. But an 18 on the die will still beat it.
Yeah. All right, stunning strike again.
Okay. What's the damage for the?
Or no. Oh, right. Sorry. That's going to be a 7. My second attack is going to be 24 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, stunning strike.
That is a 19 total. So that will succeed.
Okay.
Damage.
This is going to be that is going to be a 9. And then flurry of blows, so it's going to be 2 more strikes.
Let's do it.
So stunning strike or arm strike. That is a nat 20.
Let's go. Let's crunchy crit that damage.
And so I still roll damage, right?
You still roll as normal, but then we max the second die.
Okay.
So that's
going to be
26 points of damage there on that crit.
Okay.
Whew.
And then flurry of blows.
Were you using stunning strike on that one?
Yes, I am.
That's a fail with an 11 or 12. That's still a fail.
Okay.
Which means your next attack is at advantage.
And then, well, whenever I make it. And that's going to be a 15 for damage.
15 damage. Did you roll to hit for the fourth one?
Yeah, I did. 23.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you said how much damage?
15.
15 more damage. 59 total points of damage over those attacks there. Damn. As you come in, 4 strikes. And as she has been like lifting her armored left hand to block your attacks as much as she can, she has been removing her silver greatsword from her back. That is now going to bring up all of the adjudicators, including her.
And at the end of my turn, you know, I'm trying to lead them down the... So I'm not necessarily like, I'm just moving just enough that they have to keep coming towards me.
Okay. The adjudicators who are attacking you, not the high adjudicators, the lower ranking ones, there are 2 successful hits there.
Mm-hmm.
And because I believe your AC is 22, yes?
Yes.
Okay. 2 successful hits for a total of 30 points of damage. Half of that is slashing, half of that is psychic damage.
Okay.
The high adjudicator, 31 to hit, and 18 to hit. So only 1 hit there.
Mm-hmm.
She deals... Damn. 41 total points of damage to you.
Okay.
Again, a combination of slashing and psychic damage.
Okay.
As a few of the adjudicators manage to get attacks in on you as she... a heavy, arcing, underhand strike that just scrapes you right across the front. You have to jump back to avoid the majority of the damage that it was going to give you. You are killing more people every second. Does that please you?
He flips her off. He just raises a middle finger.
That was your right hand, correct? Noted.
Oh, yeah. Come and get it, bitch.
That we will shift back. We have Lorwryn and Kalista. Are you at all attempting to be stealthy here? Or are you hustling to get to the Pinnacle Court as quickly as possible?
Korrin, I think you're the stealthier of the two of us.
I mean, you casted haste on us, so we can go fast. I can obviously hide in shadows and things like that. You know, so it's kind of... You were trying to get us there quickly.
Yes.
But if we go with trying to sneak around in the shadows and stuff like that, we're going to have to... It's going to take us more time to get there. How much of a panic are we in at this point?
I mean, combat lasts a minute. Typically, of something like this is going to last maybe a minute. When we get there, it's already going to be over.
Right.
So,
I mean, not that she knows that, but I'll allow some meta chat. I'll allow meta chat. Meta chat is fine. We're level 17, y'all. We can be meta.
I don't like being meta. I think because let's do this in a non-meta way, so Ethan can cut that last bit out. Kalista would know that combat does not last long. In that sense, he is already in the depth of combat. When they left, they have very few moments left to go. So I think she's still gonna rush, but perhaps stick to alleys and less obvious.
So I will do my best to hide us in the alleys and things like that as we can, since I can hide in shadows.
Okay.
And try to do a little bit of that kind of stuff.
So, could we have a stealth roll for both of you? Lorwryn with advantage. We're going to take the average here.
Okay, great.
And
that would stay on the net.
Given Lorwryn's help, I'll also say, Kalista, you can also roll with advantage. So both of you.
If I have a little A beside it, does that mean I get advantage anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I get advantage anyway for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, I have Boots of Elven Kind. I can be sneaky.
There you go.
Oh,
cool,
actually,
cool.
You know what?
Okay, 17.
Lorwryn?
I got double 2s because this fucking program hates me. And I hate that we have to not roll using these beautiful dice I have sitting next to me.
Here, roll one physical die.
All right, hold on.
Just one.
You're getting the pity die.
We'll see what it gets. If it rolls a 1, I swear
I'm
to
a
God.
drow. I'm in shadow. I have Boots of Elven Kind.
I agree.
Crying out loud.
Oh yeah,
agree.
I fully support this.
All right. +5 is 18.
That's what you rolled
18.
on. That's what you rolled on D&D Beyond. 18. Yeah. So an 18 for Lorwryn, a 17 for Kalista. Average of rounding up, 18. You managed to. We were still on combat music. You managed to weave your way through from the lower terrace up to the third, and then from the third to the main peak where old Thaval-Ahim is and where the pinnacle court is. It is going to take you some time, even with haste, but it takes you some time because every now and then you see guards, members of the Sky Watch, adjudicators, and you have to duck into alleyways, wait for them to pass. Precious seconds ticking away.
Remind me too. All levels of this are under this curfew, correct?
Just the low terrace has the curfew at the moment. Yeah. So not all of them.
Okay. So
the notices were posted everywhere, so that everyone from
Yeah.
the low terrace knew, and everyone from the other terraces knew they had this curfew, so they could, report to the authorities if someone was breaking it. But the curfew is only in effect in one district.
Okay, and then so in theory, after we get out of that district, we could haul ass, right?
A little bit, with a little bit more safety, absolutely.
Okay.
So you two make it out of the low terrace and begin to move a little bit faster towards the pinnacle court. Shin, you're up.
Oh, what about the
what about the
crew at...
Oh, we'll get back to them.
Did you want to cover the other group?
Don't worry.
Okay, sorry.
There's a lot going on. We're going to be cutting Group 1, Shin. Group 2, Shin. Group 1, Shin. We got stories to tell here.
Shin this turn is going to do bonus action, Step of the Wind with wings unfurled to get over them, because I figure that with them being, a lot of them might be difficult terrain. So
it's also the tunnels that you're in. You are in mostly natural tunnel. They're not high, so it's not like you can get a ton of distance above them. You can fly right over their heads, but they could touch you.
But
with
it's like
swords.
Yeah, but it's Step of the Wind and all this stuff. So and Boots of Speed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm moving at minimum 120 feet per second, and I'm going to put a maximum amount of distance between me and them.
Okay.
And then I'm going to skid. So now I'm about, what would it be?
Feet.
So it's like
120
I'm 120 feet away from them. And I'm going to hold. So this is a narrow tunnel, is it?
Yes.
So how wide are we talking? Like how many of them can be next to each other?
They could comfortably walk two abreast.
Okay.
They can
I'm going to hold
more.
action. I'm going to hold action for a Breath of the Dragon at a 90-foot cone whenever a majority of them hit, I guess, within... Because I don't know what their movement speeds are. I'm assuming, I don't know what it is. But as soon as they're at least 40 minutes or like 40 feet in front of me, I'm going to, or at least a good majority of them, I'm going to unleash. So whatever their movement speed is,
love it.
If they get where they end, wherever that is, when they've all ended their turn, I'm going to unleash that line of 90 feet of damage.
So when you unleash this, you manage to catch 12 of them in this. What is the save they have to make?
And it's a let me look. So Breath of the Dragon, augment, 60 foot, 90 foot cone, to augment breath, 5 feet. That is 5 feet wide. This 90 foot line. Each creature.
Oh, it's a line, not a cone. Got it.
Yeah, it's a line, not a cone. 60 foot cone, 90 foot line. So does that change everything?
Nope.
But it's 5 feet across.
We'll still say it's 12. That's totally fine. And it is...
4 rolls of your martial arts day on a failed save, half as much damage on a successful one.
It's the same DC as your key save, which is a 17, and it's a dex save that they have to make. They have a +2, which means they need a 15 on the die. 1, 2, 3 save out of the 12. The rest will take full damage. Roll that damage.
That is 25 points of damage.
25 points, and even those that save take half. As you send this line of electricity, it courses through these individuals. It's almost like that cartoonish effect where you can nearly see their skeleton with the way it courses through them, the energy inside of them. But after you stop breathing, those who are still smoking from the lightning energy are still on their feet.
But they can't close the distance, right? I don't know what their movement speed is, but they can't close the distance.
They cannot close the distance. Was that the end of your turn?
Yeah,
because that was a held action. That was a held action.
That's a held action. Yeah.
So you are going to get a number of arrows thrown your way. Or shot your way, rather.
That's going to be... then I'm going to do deflect missiles.
Uh-huh. There are 3 that hit you.
Hold on. Deflect missiles. You start at their level. When you do so, as a reaction, you can hit by a range. When I'm hit by a range attack, so 3 hit me. You can take the attack.
You can only do it to
1
one of them.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, it's when you can take your reaction, and since you're using it against one of their attacks, you don't have the reaction for the others.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll that. Actually, plus your monk level, even without rolling your d10, you mitigate the damage from that one entirely to 0. If you want,
so
you
then
can
I can fling it back
with a key point.
Oh, is that with a key point?
Yeah.
Does it cost a key point?
You can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just drop it.
Okay, so you just catch 1 of the arrows in your hand, 2 more hit you. You take 20 total points of damage. That is non-magical piercing damage. Lilita of the First Terrace, High Adjudicator of Thaval-Ahim in the Pinnacle Court, uses her bonus action to Misty Step and is going to... She was 120 feet away. Actually, shoot, even with Misty Step, she couldn't make it to you with her speed. So she is instead going to move as far as she can, going to lean her greatsword against her leg, grab her bow, and is going to take 2 shots at you. That is a 23 to hit.
It's a weapon change in action, though.
I haven't been making it for you guys. An action,
gotcha.
I just kind of... You can free action change a weapon once in a round.
Gotcha.
She couldn't free action change back to it. But the same goes for
I don't
you
have... I don't have weapons, so I don't deal with this.
The other is a 17 on the die, so that will definitely hit. She deals... On the first one... 25 points of damage, 17 of that is psychic. And 25 on the second. She rolled the same on the die both times. So a total of 50 points of damage over those 2 hits. Oh, I'm also going to say that because you were targeting the High Adjudicator, she absolutely is one of those who took that damage from you. All right. As she sends these at you. Is your death wish really to be target practice? And know that your legacy is the slaughter of innocent people?
I don't talk to racists and classists. Like, as he's pulling arrows out of his body.
She is going to use a legendary action. She raises a hand, and you watch as the adjudicators behind her drop, and all of the ones who have bows take aim, and she lowers her hand in a cutting motion, and they all take an additional attack on you. That
doesn't seem fair at all.
She can't use a legendary action at the end of her turn. She can only use it at the end of yours. So she can't actually do that yet. But she raises an arm, getting them ready. We now cut away from there. Lots of hard cuts. To inside Kalista's home with Jaeger and Korrin. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you, Valkerie.
Well, how are you feeling, Jaeger?
I feel like this plan just went to shit.
There was no plan. The plan is being made on the fly as we speak. Have a sit with me.
And he was pacing back and forth by the front door this whole time, but he'll stop and look at the chair that got smashed and sit on the floor, so he's about head height with her.
Would you like to know how I met Shin?
Is it a long story?
It's not a long story. It's a fun one, but not a long one.
Sounds better than pacing around, I guess.
There'll be a reason. I met Shin by accident. He stumbled across a monastery that my husband, fiance at the time, ran, looking for guidance. It was a big misunderstanding because he was not supposed to be there. Where it is, you are only invited. I thought he was a intruder. So we fought. Me being bullheaded like I was in my younger years. Yes, we fought. For quite some time. It was like 7 days. Until we finally realized that he was there for the reason he said he was. I learned a lot from him. Who he was as a man, as a fighter, a warrior. He's a kind, stubborn, but big-hearted fool. And I say that in high regards. But he does not quit. If he has gotten himself in trouble, he will get himself out. But he put himself in there trying to help someone. And sometimes, words don't work. Actions speak louder. And what he did was a good action. I have faith. I have faith that Lorwryn and Kalista will be able to get him out. But I also have faith in himself to break himself out. Now I ask you a question. Again, if you were asked to stand down and not help someone in need, would you have done that? Or would you have helped them?
Until that moment arises, I do not know. But I do agree with what Shin did. It sounded like the right thing to do in the situation. It's a crazy thing about free will. You're free to do what you want.
You have that. You stayed behind. You could have went with her, but you stayed. There was no order given.
I suppose in the absence of an order, I do. But he'll kind of look down. And you see, if you could see, the gears literally turning in his brain, trying to comprehend what's going on. Because he was built to follow orders, built to do what he's told. And hasn't been in a position yet where that might be completely different from what he's seeing around him. And what he has seen this day is individuals making choices and trying to comprehend what it means living with those choices.
Do you know what injustices are?
For the most part, yes. A good portion of them were imbued on me when I was created.
If I walked into a city with people who looked all like elves, and you were asked to put me in chains, would you do that? Just because I look different?
He thinks for a while and just stares into the nothing. And there were no other wrongdoings other than they are different.
That was your order. Anyone who does not look like the creators that made you must be in shackles. And she presents her arms, her hands. Would you do it?
I do not think Kalista would give that order.
I did not ask about Kalista. I asked if you were given an order.
I think at that point, fuck, this is hard.
Do it. Do it.
He'll look at all of the cloth oaths that are affixed to him in various ways. And as he touches a couple of them, they'll slightly glow. And then he'll look at his hand that has a blackened ring around it. And he almost starts shaking a little bit. I'm not sure I would have a choice.
Korrin takes his hand that is shaking. But dear, you do have a choice. Like you just said, you have free will. These are things you learn not on the battlefield. These are things that you learn in life. Experiences. I've seen many of these. I've seen many of injustices. I've stood up to many injustices. Many forms. I have broken chains. I have freed people. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. No one should be ever held down in bondage for the way that they look, for who they love, and where they're from. No matter the amount of money in their pockets or what type of education they have. Everyone has free will, and they deserve to be free. Does that make sense?
He'll look up at Korrin. His glowing golden eyes behind the visor. I am glad to have you by my side, Lady Korrin. I think right now we are exactly where we need to be. I just don't know what we need to do.
You do. You do know. Do it.
At this moment, we're going to check in with Valkerie.
You see Val. She's been to Thaval-Ahim?
Thaval-Ahim, yeah.
Thaval-Ahim before, because it's fairly close to where the Clawbound is located. Mm-hmm. So she's been here. It's not a place that she frequents all the time, but she's been here multiple times. She's been to the crappy areas of Thaval-Ahim. Maybe not the nicest place there, but she has in fact been to the prison there, not herself, but to bring people there before. Mm. And so that's where I'm going, is to the prison.
Okay. Could you...
And I'm going to pop a mutagen to give myself double speed.
Heck yeah. Could you also make me a stealth check, as pretty much you are just tailing behind Lorwryn and Kalista, because you essentially have haste speed as well.
23.
23. No one notices you as you move through the Lower Terrace, and across you wait as some guards are walking across the bridge. The bridge is guarded at this moment, so you have to wait for when they are distracted. And when one of them drops the apple that he was eating and bends over to pick it up, you just see the opportunity and you dash across the bridge. Unheard. And you can see the silhouettes of Kalista and Lorwryn occasionally. And you wait when they wait, move when they move, keeping your distance. And I was going to cut to Shin.
Go. What's he doing?
He's out of the room.
I know. Shin
has disappeared entirely.
He's come back. He's come back. There he is.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Shin, we cut back to you.
You cut back to me?
Cut back to you.
Man, that was quick. I was expecting Val to take a lot longer.
She's just following behind when we get there. When we get there, who knows what'll happen?
She's not chatty at all.
No one to chat with. So, it is your initiative again, Shin.
So, I'm going to do a little thing if that's okay.
Of course.
So, she raises her arms, and Shin he's got arrows sticking out of him. He's bleeding profusely. He spits, he's kind of on forward because, he skidded to a halt. All this thing came in. All these attacks came in through arrows. Spits up a little bit of blood. This is absolutely how I would go out. You know what the problem with you who sit at the top? Do you know what your problem is, High Adjudicator?
I can only assume you're going to tell me.
You know not true freedom. You're good. And I will say, I have bitten off more than I can chew. But this old man, this old fool, who will die with his principles, won't let you have it easy. And he raises his right hand, flips her off. Come and get it, you cunt bitch. And then at that moment, his eyes glow white. Lightning starts to arc off of his body. And in that moment, thunder and lightning is pouring off of him. He dashes, because there's no one close to him, so there's no disengage. And even if there was, he has advantage because of Boots of Speed. Boots of Speed, dash, step of the wind, 480 feet of speed, and he lightning arcing off the tunnel and just boom in the opposite direction. Because it's this tiny tunnel, a reverberation of something going from zero to moving that fast instantaneously. Sends dust their way.
Incredible. Could you make me a perception check, Shin, as you rocket away?
Yeah, he doesn't know shit. Unless, wait, can I use my inspiration? Do I have inspiration today?
Oh, of course you do. You always have inspiration at the start of the session.
Haha! I'm gonna reroll that bitch. Fuck yeah, 18.
Okay. With an 18, you notice it just in time to pull up short. As you are being led through these honeycomb caverns, like I said, none of the cave mouths had bars. It's because they didn't need them. There is something much more powerful than steel and iron and even adamantine. And what you don't see, what we do, is Lilita, High Adjudicator, grab the indicator of her station around her neck, and through will, drop the wall of force that guards the entrance to these chambers. This is a prison. And as you pull up, you hear slow armored walking behind you. And in your head, still a chance. You can still have the power, Shin. Say the word. Make the deal.
I will die. No one's property.
How far did I make it?
About 400 feet.
Cool.
That, Shin, is where you're wrong. And the slow approach of the High Adjudicator and her still 20-strong battalion behind her, as they round a curve and come into view. They aren't running. Why would they run? They know where you stopped, or at least how far you could have gotten. And as the High Adjudicator rounds the corner again, she slowly starts to walk up to you, this time with her troops staying right behind her. Do not worry, Shin. I am High Adjudicator, not Executioner. Surrender now, and await the judgment of the Pinnacle Court.
No.
Very well.
I politely decline.
As is your prerogative. Get him. And it is still your... Oh, no, you used your action. But the time it would have taken for them to get there would have been a new round of initiative. So if you wish to take another action, another turn now, you can. Would you? Or would you accept this fate? Timeout? All right.
Yeah. Are you heavily hinting at me to do the thing where you want me to take the hand? Is that the heavy hinting here?
No.
Or is...
What? No. No,
I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not being a defiant player.
No. Let me be very clear then as a DM. This is not DM. This is Lilita. I don't care what you do. It's going to have interesting results, one way or the other. I'm simply asking if in the face of a wall of force behind you and a crew of 21 who have already taken about 3/4 of your hit points, if you would fight or if you would accept. You do you. And when I say accept, I don't mean give your hand. I just mean accept, like, whatever's about to happen. Mechanically, I'm asking, do you want to take your turn?
Now I'm gonna do some bullshit. Here's what's gonna happen. And as they're approaching him, as they march upon him, Shin realizes that he's fought the fight he can fight. And he's going to go to his knees, pull his bag around himself, and he's going to curl his body around the bag, and he's going to use his monk training, his honed body, and he's going to encase the bag with his body. If anyone makes a move to try to move it, it'll be like it's encased in stone. And if they try too hard and they budge it a little bit, he will use aspect of the worm.
Well, let's hold off on what you'll use for them removing the bag if we get there. But you have an action held for if someone should try to remove the bag from your person.
Yeah. And he just collapses around it, and he just closes his body around it.
The High Adjudicator looks back to her troops. Don't be caught unawares. He's still dangerous. Knock, Arm goes up. Draw. Drops her hand. And a volley of arrows comes at you, Shin. You are dropped to 0 hit points and unconsciousness. Yeah?
Can I have one story thing?
Of course.
You know how, like...
Of course you may.
Your story is about, like, in death, like, them holding, and, like, even though they're gone, and they're dead, they're still... They still, like, their body... And in even though he's unconscious, his body is encased around this bag and is unmoving. And it's resolved to keep it there.
As these arrows pierce you, with you just in this curled up position, it's target practice. As they pierce you, and the pain sends you into shock, which sends your vision into black.
I am so sorry, everyone. But most of all, I'm sorry, Kalista. I'm sorry I could not reach you and show you the peace that a few lifetimes have shown me. But I will keep this final promise to you. I will protect this bag with my being. I hope you can forgive me. Val, I hope you can forgive me.
As your vision fades to black, you hear the voice, distant, almost echoing, of the High Adjudicator. Stop his bleeding. Judgment needs rendering. When you groggily have just a moment of awareness again, you find yourself in one of those small caverns. And as your vision goes blurry, you again hear the High Adjudicator's voice. Your trial will be tomorrow in front of the Pinnacle Court. They will determine the full punishment for your crimes. That said, I am afforded a little leniency as High Adjudicator to mete out what I see fitting in the interim. Black and silence and darkness. And then blinding pain. And we cut back to the rest of you. Kalista and Lorwryn, you have made it to outside of the Pinnacle Court. The streets of old Thaval-Ahim are beautifully illuminated with gorgeous arcane lamps that flicker behind glass that sends enchanting patterns across the mountain roads here. And the halls of the Pinnacle Court lie in front of you. Valkerie, if you wish, at this point, you could catch up to them. Do you wish?
No, I'm going to be in the shadows. Okay. Or far enough back where they can't see me.
If he's caused this much of a problem, are we going to be able to get him out tonight?
I wish I knew. I haven't been here for near 200 years. In the past, I could walk in, use my name, but I have no idea what power that name carries. It's worth a try. He's worth a try. And she will step slowly to the gate.
As you approach the gate, are you approaching stealthily, or there are 2 guards who are outside? Or adjudicators outside.
She's going to step just 1 step away from Lorwryn's shadows. And then she will use prestidigitation to give herself a slight glow. Roll her shoulders back. And stride.
As you approach
towards the guards.
As you approach the adjudicators. Good evening. The Pinnacle Court is not in session at the moment. They will re-adjourn tomorrow morning.
I am not here to see the court.
Then what business do you have here?
There is a prisoner with my name on it.
They exchange glances. I'm sorry?
I am Kalista Lee of Tel. I think I used somebody else's name. Sorry. Oh, I'm like sweating like crazy here. All right.
You're already taking my name? That's awesome.
Hey, that could be part of the bluff. That could be part of the bluff.
I've been married.
It rolled off the tongue so naturally.
I know.
When did the ceremony happen? We need to RP that.
We're here for the Pinnacle Court, and we're also here to sign the license.
Do you do quickie weddings? It is Vegas.
We do elope. We're getting eloped.
It is Vegas.
Where's the elvish Elvis?
Yeah, the elvish Elvis.
Exactly.
Currently locked up and in the cell next to
Yeah,
Shin.
True.
Probably.
His ass
That's
right
Shin's
now.
actual punishment. It's just being next to elvish Elvis in prison.
Well, they got you in for. They sentenced me to die by toilet.
Here, I'm going to take this excuse really quick. All right. So, picking back up with you, Kalista, as they look very confused at you saying that you have a prisoner waiting for you.
You must be new here. Sorry, I can't take this.
I know you're supposed to yes and, but no.
That is a yes and, because you are yesing the reality of she said it.
It's true.
You are just as character saying no. I've worked here a long time.
I'm an elf too, baby.
Well, I would like to see your boss.
High adjudicator?
If you don't mind.
All right.
If she's not too busy, of course.
Give me a moment. And she steps away from you and the other guard about 30 feet, and you recognize as she casts Sending. Do you do anything in the interim? The other guard just stands, tired, bored.
She's gonna just kind of look over to Lorwryn.
And Valkerie, you see this whole thing happening from the shadows.
She's gonna look as unmenacing as possible with like her hands out in front of her. Mm. You know, like if it was cold enough kind of thing, she would have them in one of those hand warmer wrap kind of things with like the fur on them and stuff like that, just to kind of look, you know, very unassuming, very non-threatening. Very polite.
Very demure. After just about 2 minutes, the guard returns. The High Adjudicator will be with you shortly. It may take her 10 or 15 minutes. I beg your patience.
Thank you. I will be waiting. And she's going to just take a step back, and I'm assuming there's somewhere she can sit down.
Lorwryn and Kalista, could both of you make me perception checks really quick? This is just to see if either one of you spot Val.
spot our baby?
She had a 24.
I don't see her. I got a 15.
26.
Lorwryn, you clock a familiar silhouette in a nearby alley. It's honestly the glinting of the eyes that you catch most first, and then you see the silhouette. If it weren't for the reflection of the moon and the stars on her eyes, you would not have noticed her.
She kind of closes her eyes for just a second and sitting. Are we sitting on like a bench or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And she will just kind of whisper to Kalista. Val followed us here. Don't look in her direction. She's off to the left in an alley. And just try not to bring attention to her.
Or we could just save the headache that she will inevitably cause and bring her with us.
Question. What is this out like? What does the place look like? Like the outdoor of the prison that we're at, right here.
So you are outside of the Pinnacle Court, which is numerous interconnected structures that were built from the natural peaks of this mountain. The lower portion, like I said, like the first 3 stories, is smoothed and refined, but above that it still has the rugged natural texture of the rock. The complex.
Is there any windows in?
Oh yeah. Oh, so many windows. They love windows up here.
If it's dark, I want to climb that thing because I can spider climb like a spoder.
Okay. So you're trying to make your way past the guards and
are there guards? Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm spider climbing on the outside of the cave building.
Yeah. Well, it's still a large complex. It still is the most important governmental building in Thaval-Ahim. It has patrols. So I need another stealth check from you.
Stealth check. It's gonna be. I'm going slow. We'll see. 17.
17. Did you roll that with disadvantage?
Reroll it again.
Because you have mithril half plate on, which means you actually have disadvantage on dexterity.
So 17
Wait,
was my
mithril
disadvantage.
shouldn't give you...
No, that's not how mithril works.
Yeah.
Then I shouldn't have disadvantage on it?
Why?
No.
Hold on. Why is it still listing that? Hold on one sec, let me see. What's going on?
Did you grab the right one?
I mean, half plate typically gives you disadvantage on dex check.
No. If the armor normally imposes disadvantage, mithril versions don't. That's how it works. So, no disadvantage.
Okay.
Bug. We found a bug.
Yeah, found a bug in the...
I was wondering why it said... I was like, I don't think I have
wrong.
Disadvantage on this.
I can override that.
Okay. So, my first roll was 17.
17, okay. That's going to be... They're not active... Well, a few of them are active, so there'll be fewer checks. You climb, you make your way past some of the patrols, and is there a story you're going for? Because there are lots of windows.
I guess I'm going for the one, I'm going for the one that looks like not court stuff, like it looks shitty, like prisoners would be in there. So I'm thinking it's going to be less ornate, it's going to be crappier, it's going to have possibly sound from, the prisoners.
Don't see anything that matches that description in any of the windows here. Everything here is quite fine. The prison itself, which you would know, because like you said, you've brought people here, is underground.
I see. I'm going to be going for the quietest area, then the darkest, to try to slip in.
Okay. We see as you navigate your way past patrols, make your way to a door, and, Lorwryn, do you see her doing this? You also see as Valkerie slowly pushes open one of the windows And just as she dips inside, you hear, "Hey! Who's that? Stalker!" And one of the Skywatch from above drops down, but you are able to dip inside before they get there. What would you be doing?
Surprised.
Roll a performance check. No.
I want to kill one of them, or I want to incapacitate one and steal their clothing.
Okay. Incapacitate one and steal clothing. I love this.
I'm going to mute myself so I can rage.
Are you trying to get the drop on them by hiding?
Yeah, because I want to basically impersonate one of them. I want to impersonate a Skywatch.
Okay.
Or an Adjudicator. I mean, whichever one, honestly, I come across
Don't you have
first.
blood red vampire eyes? Like, that's...
This is happening. So...
No, but I'm just... There's excuse me while I quote Grog. I would like to rage.
Val, are you trying to, stay in this room that you drop into and wait to surprise someone who comes in?
How far down? How far up did I go? Because I know I have to get down.
I would assume first story, since you know you have to go down.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for a second. I don't know, for a minute, to see if anyone runs past or if anyone comes in there, because they saw me drop in. So.
Okay. Are you trying to hide in here, or just waiting in the open?
I'm hiding.
Okay, make me a stealth check.
I'm hiding.
I'm going to give you advantage here.
+27.
27, dear God.
Woo!
I have a +11 to stealth. I am, it's the thing I do the best.
Okay.
She hides in the chandelier. No one checks the chandelier.
You, after just about a minute, and Kalista and Lorwryn, as this shout goes up, the guards next to you, both of their eyes go that way and then snap back to where the two of you are, exchange glances as if they want to go help but realize they can't leave the main entryway unattended, and so are a little uneasy now and are definitely paying more attention, but they are not running off. Valkerie, you see
We weren't making any move to try to sneak past him,
Nope.
so it's cool.
Valkerie, you see the head of a tan-skinned elf pop into the window that you just climbed in and start to very clunkily climb inside themselves.
I'm gonna ready in action to clock his ass.
Could you just roll me to make this, because it's 1, to make this nice and simple, could you roll me a luck check, please? So just a d20, let me know if it's above a 9 or below.
Alrighty. Wait, roll. It's above a 9? Yes.
Okay, so you manage to take this adjudicator and knock him out before he's able to land a strike on you. And so how do you do it?
When he's climbing in, as soon as he gets in, I'm gonna elbow him, right in the head, in a way that I know it's gonna knock him unconscious.
Just drops down to the ground.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna start taking his clothes off and put them on.
Okay, you start to put this costume on. I'm going to check back in with Jaeger and Korrin.
Hide the body.
Have you played Splinter Cell?
Hitman at that point.
No, she's not.
Korrin and Jaeger. Gotta check back in with you two.
It's do you got any twos? Go fish.
Don't. How do you feel now, Jaeger?
I feel like it's a little silly we all split up again. I have faith in all of them, but we don't know exactly what we're dealing with. Let me ask you this. Were it back in the tales when you and Shin and Val and Korrin were younger, what would you do in this situation?
Do you want the truth? Or do you want just a roundabout answer?
The truth is very good.
Free will. Good. Well, the truth, we would have burned the city down and freed everyone.
And what about now? What's different?
Korrin looks at her hands, looks at some old scarring around her wrists that kind of glow a little bit. Age, dear. Age.
Well, good for you. I am quite young and have not learned these lessons yet, so I believe we should perhaps go and follow. See what we can see. I don't know where to go, but I think we can figure it out.
And Korrin gives a giant smile. We'll lead the way.
And then War Pig starts playing. Generals gathered in their masses.
That's for later.
Jaeger.
Don't worry.
Cory
If we get licensed to it.
The wall. They just destroy the wall and then dun, dun, dun. Let's make a ruckus.
So were the two of you staying here? Were you leaving? What are you doing?
Korrin gives her hand to Jaeger. Help a little gal up, and let's take a walk.
He'll reach down, pull her hand up, and then open the door and beckon her through.
As you step out here, there is no one outside, but you do see numerous of the Skywatch overhead.
You know, I wonder where they would... They've got to come from somewhere. So there's got to be an initial hub for them to be at. So if we find the area where they're the most populated at, they might be there.
Question. When Jaeger followed the two wizards and talked to Kalista's old friend, did we happen to pass by or see the building of the High Pinnacle?
No, because Eshmara was in the third terrace, if memory serves, third or second. And the residential area is not the same as where the governmental buildings and the older buildings of Thaval-Ahim are, so you haven't been there yet. That said, even from there you could see it.
And of course, Jaeger, I know you're new to this, but even pigs call a home. So, let's go find them.
As the two of you start to walk through the nearly abandoned feeling Lower Terrace, we're going to cut back to Val. Val, you have donned this guise. You have put on at minimum, the external trappings. Would you also have taken his armor? Or would you have just taken cloak and helmet? And what would you have donned yourself?
His cloak, his helmet. I don't want his armor. I am going to try to hide his body. Because I don't want his armor because I do have my swords.
Exactly.
So I'm going to need... So basically what happens is I put on his armor, I'm going to start my rights on my swords and then put them back.
Okay.
Because I can start the right. And then I'm going to take a different mutagen. I'm going to flush the mutagen I had and take another one because I can do that. And I'm going to try to set something on fire. I'm going to try to make a distraction so they're going there and not trying to find me. So that is my plan.
I just want to make sure I understand. To start a distraction, you're trying to set fire in the room you're currently in?
No, I want to set fire in the hallway down. Like if there's another room or a hallway.
So you're planning to leave this room first?
Yes,
okay.
I'm going to leave this room. I'm going to try to push his body. If there's a closet.
Yeah, absolutely. Just right into a closet in here.
I'm going to push him into a closet. I'm going to leave him there, and then I'm going to go try to start a fire in another room or down the hallway.
As you open the door, you have to, quietly close it a little bit because there are a number of adjudicators who walk right past. Shh, 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 shh. And you catch sight of one of them, a woman who is clearly in charge just based off of the way that she is dressed. And she is currently wiping her hands clean. The rag that she is wiping her hands with coming away stained with blood.
I know it's his because I'm a vampire. I can smell it.
You smell Shin's blood. And she tosses the rag to one of the adjudicators next to her. I have some business to attend to at the front gate. Go about your business. Stay on alert. And they start to head down the hall. You can see which direction that they came from, and even just with your passing familiarity, as you reorient yourself, you know that down that hall would lead to the descent that leads to the prison.
I'm going to, instead of starting a fire, go down immediately. As soon as I would have smelled his blood on the rag, I would have because I have my helmet on, put my head down a little bit so they can't see my eyes as much. Put my head down and walked that way.
Could you make me a stealth check with advantage? This is not stealth as in you moving quietly. This is stealth as in you blending in and looking like you belong.
17. Wait, no, sorry, with advantage?
Yes, please.
It was 21. That's my high one. 21.
You get a few nods from adjudicators that you pass, and they don't give you any trouble. You make your way down into the familiar prisons. You see these same barless, small cavern cells that you remember from the last time you were here. Much fuller than it ever was any time you've been down here. Normally, there aren't many who are imprisoned here. This is a fairly peaceful town. The cells are nearly full now. You walk past, in the dark with your dark vision, many people here just sleeping, and as you walk, the ding, 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 arcane lamps kick on as you pass and then shut off after you've walked about 50 feet. And after you've walked for 1,000 feet down here, winding, turning, looking in these cells, you see Shin He's unconscious. His shirt is stained with blood in numerous places. His left arm is still wrapped around his bag, as if protecting it. But his right arm hangs loose. And there is no hand at the end of his right arm. Instead, his severed hand hangs around his neck.
How many guards are there in here?
Right now, none.
Is there keys around to get into the cell?
It doesn't.
Do I see keys hanging anywhere?
It doesn't have a door.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna walk down to see him.
As you get to his cell and try to walk in, you are blocked by an invisible wall of force. You can hear his labored breathing. You can see that he is breathing. But he is in a bad, bad way. Looking at him, Shin has been shot over 20 times. Injuries that would kill almost anyone else. Might have even killed him, but here he is.
Since I know I can't get in, I'm gonna have to wait until another guard comes down.
You can always speak if you want. You don't have to, just for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Wall of Force doesn't block audio.
Do they all have a wall of force around them? Do I see after I've encountered
You've been
one,
down here. You've seen how it works.
Yeah.
Yes, that is how these prison cells are secured.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kind of get as close as I can without hitting the wall, and you're just gonna hear me. Shin would just hear, "Hey, you."
Shin, you hear a familiar voice. You have 1 hit point at this moment. Can't hear you if you're speaking.
Shin knows the sound of that terrible acting. Do the force barriers go both directions?
Yeah, wall of force is impenetrable from both sides.
And Shin, because this is true. Shin looks up. No, I look.
Like shit?
That's Val. And laboriously, like his muscles, because if you've ever forcibly held something for a time, when your muscles unclench, and in his hand is the necklace he took from the guard at the very beginning of this whole fight. And I don't, how long have I been down here?
As in this cell?
Yes, in the cell conscious.
Probably conscious? You just came to consciousness.
Okay.
Her voice brought you out of it.
He's going to, with what little concentration he has, try to open the door. Does it open?
As we see you concentrate on this, could you please roll me a luck check? So just a d20, please.
How high does it need to be?
Well, it's not necessarily need to be. It's just that both will have different results.
Because I have 6 luck points that I've not used. And it was a 6.
Well,
so I can make it a 12.
Alright, a 12. Pouring all of your luck points into this, turning it into a 12. Val, as you had just had one hand just slightly resting on that wall of force, you feel it disappear from under your touch.
And Shin, with his intact arm, his left arm, takes the bag off and hands it. And, like, Val, I assume you come up to him.
I do.
And puts the bag in her hand.
Get this out of here. Now. Do not wait for me. Do not try to carry me out of here. Just get the bag out of here. Use all of your skills. Please. I beg of you.
I do open the bag, just put my hand in, and I believe he has a potion of greater healing in there. But he's clearly forgotten about. Because he's been shot and his hand's been cut off, and I take it out and I like push it on him, like on his chest. Take it. I don't even say anything. I just grab it and put it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's a thing that I have.
Shin, it is as Val pushes this into your chest, you instinctually go to catch it with your dominant hand. And it's really only then that you realize. You'd been using your left hand for these things out of subconscious, your body's awareness that it needed to. It wasn't a conscious decision. But it's as you go to catch this and it falls to the ground, not shattering, but as it falls to the ground clinking quietly, you see your stump on your right arm and see your hand hanging from your neck. That hand that saved so many people, that helped lift so many downtrodden, severed and left as a warning.
Go, Val.
No, you're coming with me.
No. You need to get that bag out of here. It cannot fall into their hands. You have to.
They're gonna see the wall came down.
No, they won't. I can raise it back up. Especially now. You have to go back. Get that out of here.
You see Val struggle with it. She doesn't want to leave him. But...
Val, if our history, our friendship, means anything to you in your long life, I call in every favor I ever could. Do this for me, please. Go before they notice.
She steps back over. Raise it.
With his left hand.
Now that you have figured out how to do so the first time, reestablishing the wall of force is an easy matter.
I am glad you came. It warms my heart to know that I meant something to you. Go. And one more thing, Val. Burn the city. Burn this this castle. run into the ground.
Say less. And then she leaves.
We see Val with Shin's bag retracing her way out of the prison. We cut back outside of the Pinnacle Court, and we see Lilita, High Adjudicator of Thaval-Ahim, stepping from the main doors of the Pinnacle Court, checking in with her guards at the front, seeing the two of you, and walks over to you, Lorwryn and Kalista.
Kalista will stand to greet her and give her just a small bow. Thank you kindly for seeing us.
My name is Lilita of the First Terrace, High Adjudicator of Thaval-Ahim in the Pinnacle Court. I was told you wished to see me.
Yes, I am Kalista Liavet. I am filling the shoes that were left by my father. You've heard of him.
I have. Little before my time.
We have not moved in these circles for quite some time. But due to the stresses, and she's going to look up at the stars, the 6 stars, we have found our usefulness has returned to us. You have a prisoner I require.
What is your full name?
Kalista Liavet. The second.
She waits, knowing that names in Thaval-Ahim have more parts than that.
Please hold while I make something that sounds good.
As in, well, you've heard everyone, and just so you know, and you would obviously know this, everyone introduces themselves. Their last name, part of it is of the blank terrace.
Ah. Kalista Liavet of the 4th Terrace.
Well, Kalista, what prisoner of mine do you have interest in?
A dittering old fool by the name of Shin.
She looks down at her hands, and she wipes her right hand onto the breast of her shirt, and just a small streak of blood gets wiped away.
I see you've met him.
I think we all need to have a bit of a talk. And with Lorwryn and Kalista and the High Adjudicator here outside of the Pinnacle Court, with Korrin and Jaeger starting to make their way there, with Valkerie getting out of the prison, bag of holding in tow, and Shin still behind bars. That's where we're going to close for tonight.
Fuck.
Wow! Incredible session, everyone! So incredible that I almost forgot it. I had to do an outro. Thank you all so much for being here for the Prison Break episode of Lords of Sin. Every campaign needs one! Before you go anywhere, even though this is pre-recorded, we are going to be raiding, so please don't go anywhere quite yet. And I want to give these incredible people an opportunity to let you know where you can find them. Let's start with our one-handed friend, Shin, Cory. Where can people find what you're up to?
Hey, everybody. I am exhausted from the session. My body hurts. My emotions hurt. It's been great. You can find me at Cory J. Phillips on all social media. please, but don't even bother with that. Go and follow Lords of Sin, follow the Buff DM on all things, because gosh dang it, this last episode, if you're here, man, like the hits keep coming in and just what an incredible story. What an incredible.
It's all you guys. It's all you guys. Go check out Cory J. Phillips everywhere. He's making more Fallout content now. You should totally go check it out. Danny, what about you? Where can people follow you? Online.
You can find me online, Danielle Yoshiko, on all the social medias that matter. None of them that don't matter. I don't make Fallout content, but I make weird content because I'm an actor. So I am actually, I'm gonna eat my words because I am making a Fallout cosplay.
Aha! Join the vault. Mallow.
You can find me everywhere at TheMalloMan. You can find what I do when I'm not on this show and things like that. What I do with my design studio in the day. So go follow me there. You'll catch up with everything else from that stuff.
Highly recommend. You should check out his design work, especially if you are a streamer or you need any type of asset. Please check this man out. Hire him. He's incredible. Far better than I deserve as a talented friend. But I appreciate every minute of effort that he has put into making our intro video look so wonderful. This layout that you see here on the stream, assets, so much of it is entirely thanks to this man. So if you at all are looking for something similar, please check him out. Support small businesses and independent creators. Matty!
Hello, I'm just silently raging to Mallow right now. Anyway,
we're out of plan.
You can find me online as Mithril Cosplays because, as was said in this, Mithril is obviously superior and doesn't impact your stealth rolls. You can find me as Mithril Cosplays. I'll be working on a few Critical Role things. These guys are making me want to do Fallout now too, so my impulse control does not exist. But yeah, that's where I exist. I also play in Crimson Tower with Ethan, which is a fun story too.
That character there is also going through it. So characters in both those games are going through it.
Up.
You know, if you want a slightly more lighthearted game than Lords of Sin, Crimson Tower is a good one for you. Slightly more lighthearted, not much.
Mm-hmm.
Mav.
Yep.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite black guy here on the internet. You can find me on Digital Clubhouse TV, here on Twitch, where I play all the fun games. And I'm also joined by Mallow every other weekend, or pretty much every weekend, where we just hang out and have fun on Sundays.
It's a good crew.
Yeah, it's a great crew. As a reminder, everyone should be free.
Fucking men, and no one is free while others are still in bondage. Aaron, bring us home, buddy.
What's up, everybody? I'm just here having a good time. You can find me maybe online. I post weird memes once in a while. That's about it.
Mostly memes that have been curated to this game, so please check that out too. And my name is Ethan. I am called the Buff DM. You can follow me pretty much anywhere under that handle. I'm also half of Thousand Faces Cosplay, but I think you all know that by now. So let's go ahead and wrap up tonight. And before we leave, let me say, first of all, I'm sorry for the horrible people I have to portray. That's not me. That is not me. No, they're the bad guys. No one is free as long as someone isn't. Be good to each other. Stand up against those forces that try to suppress. Be good to yourselves. As someone said in game, if you have privilege, use it in a positive way. But also take time for yourself too, because you can't help others if you are depleted. So make sure to recharge, because we need you out there in these times fighting against people consumed by sin. Until we see you next time, friends, be good to yourselves. I love you all. Take care and go buff yourselves. Bye, y'all.